Welcome everyone to this session. Today we will discuss onboard repair of ship system and components and work safety. This topic focuses on how ship's engineer carry out breakdown maintenance, mostly temporary, and take you home repairs using only the tools and equipments available on board. Onboard repairs are usually emergency repairs. They are carried out under challenging conditions, sometimes in open waters, restricted waters, or even under bad weather. The entire process is confined to the ship and depends completely on shipboard tools, hand tools, power tools, and other maintenance gadgets. Because these repairs happen during emergencies, there is often a temptation to work fast and bypass safety rules. However, following safety procedures is extremely important. The fabrication and repair work on board is usually limited to simple machining of steel or non-ferrous bars, rethreading, making flanged connections, skimming valves, seats and bulb lids, repairing and fabricating pipelines, and building temporary structures around leakages. Engineers may also repair leaks on steel plates or casting, plug leaky boiler tubes or heat exchanger tubes, and carry out breakdown repairs to engines, turbochargers, pumps, and purifiers. Many of these repairs involve challenging broken parts with spare parts available on board. The key characteristics of onboard repairs is their temporary nature. They are done to restore function quickly, not to achieve workshop level perfection. The workmanship may not be perfect, but quick fix methods are often more important. For example, when machining a complex, engineer may use cement boxes, rubber jointing, pipe clamps, or adhesive bonding like Araldite to stop leakage. The limitation is that these processes provide temporary protection only, but they help keep the ship going safely until permanent repairs can be done. So, because these repairs happen during emergencies, safety becomes even more critical. All safeguards for working in confined spaces must be followed. There are many safety practices related to hand tools, power tools, cutting machines, and weldings. Engineers must wear safety apparel such as helmet, goggles, gloves, and safety shoes. The senior engineer must ensure that the crew is not fatigued and that they get enough rest and refreshment. Ventilation and lighting must be ensured, and access routes must be clearly marked. One of the most important safety systems used on board during repair work is the lockout tagout system, often called LOTO. It ensures that machines are properly shut off and cannot be started again until maintenance is fully completed. Hazardous power sources must be isolated before repair work begins. A lock is placed to prevent activation and a tag is attached to indicate that the equipment must not be turned on. This system prevents accidental energizing of machinery. There are many precautions involved in using hand tools and power tools. Tools must be maintained, inspected, used properly, and kept in good working condition. The work area must be clean, organized, and well lit. Always wear PPE when using tools. Safe use of the lathe is extremely important. Always wear industrial safety glasses with side sails, as lathe can throw sharp, hot metal chips at high speed. Wear short sleeve boiler suits or overalls with the tight cuffs. Remove watches, necklace, and jewelry and tie back long hair. Make sure your work is securely clamped. Start the lathe at low speed and remove the chuck key immediately after use. Never touch rotating work or remove chips by hand. Use a brush or hook instead. Avoid reaching over the spinning chuck. Never use a file with a bare tang. Keep tool bits sharp and clean. And always stop the lathe before taking measurements. When finished, clean the machine only when it is stopped and return all tools to their place. When using a press, wear safety glasses and appropriate attire. Use proper sharp drill bits and remove the chuck key immediately after tightening. Check the wobble by jogging the motor. Use pick drilling to prevent long chips. Support your workpiece with a backup material. Use the correct speed for the drill size and the material. Never brush chips while the drill is running. If the drill binds, stop the machine and reverse by hand. Use clamps or vices to secure material and clean the drill press only after it has stopped. Welding safety is extremely important because welding involves risks such as fire, explosion, electric shock, and harmful fumes. Unauthorized personnel should never be allowed to use welding equipment. Remove all flammable materials from the welding area. Warn anyone nearby before starting. Wear all required PPE, including gloves, helmets, goggles, and protective clothing. Keep a fire extinguisher nearby and make sure it is operational. Mark all hot metal clearly using soapstone to prevent accidental burns. The electric arc produces intense visible ultraviolet and infrared light. Therefore, proper PPE clothing is essential during oxyacetylene cutting. Operator must wear safety goggles to protect from heat and flying metal fragments. During electric welding, use a welding helmet with appropriate filter glass. Surrounding areas must be screened so the arc cannot be seen directly or through reflections. So, in conclusion, onboard repair of ship systems and components is largely temporary emergency maintenance using basic support tools. Safety is the most important part of the process, following logout, tagout procedures, tool safety, machine safety, welding safety, confined space rules, and using proper PPE ensures that repairs are done effectively and safely, even under challenging conditions at sea. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.